Hey guys, welcome to workout number 1. This is a full body workout, traditional progression, meaning we are working the big muscles first, smaller muscles last. Make sure that you have your workout tracker. Mine's got some notes to myself on it, but what I want you to write down is anything that helps you remember how many reps you were able to do, what weight you were able to lift, so that as you go through this workout multiple times, you're able to track your progression. So if you remember, our purpose of these workouts is to make sure that we are learning how to progressively overload our body so that we are seeing true strength training gains and we are progressing over time. So that's why you need this. I'll be talking about it. I'll tell you to write some things down. And we're going to get started with our warm-up. I'm going to set this to the side. Feel free to set yours to the side. Keep a towel nearby. Keep water nearby. You need heavy, medium, and small weights and a mat. Let's get started with no weights, a little dynamic warm-up. We're going to lift our knees to our chest. Good. You can lift as high as you want to lift, dynamically stretching the backs of your legs. Reach and pull, tapping down on that knee. Good. Something nice and simple to start with. We're just getting that body warm, getting the body ready to move. If you're like me, it's early in the morning when you like to work out. And so you really need to wake up your body and get it going. Good. Planting the feet. We're going to swim the arms forward. We reach forward and we pull back. We reach forward, pull back. Getting a little roundness in the spine, then openness in the chest. Good. Reach and open. Hamstring curls. Let me show you to the side. We're going to bring the heels up to the bottom, dynamically stretching the front of the leg. From here, we're going to add a little biceps curl. Perfect. That's it. That's all you got. And we're going to do a couple more swims. Let's go in 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, swimming the arms forward and opening them up. Swimming. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Grab a heavy weight. Now for me, I have a slew of weights available in here. And when I grab a heavy weight for squats, this is our big leg muscles. First exercise we're doing, my body's fresh and ready to go. I'm grabbing a plate. I'm grabbing a 25-pound plate. You decide where you go from here. Remember, if you don't go heavy enough on this first time together, next time you do it, change it. Make that note to yourself on your workout tracker. So here I am, got my plate. We're going to bring the feet right under the hips-ish, heel toe out a little bit. This is our normal width squat. We're going to bring the plate up to our chest, 8 to 12 reps. We're dropping and we're standing. Now I'm here mainly to demonstrate the reps for you, so I'm not necessarily counting. I'm just showing you where you need to go. As you squat, you're going to make sure that you're sitting all the way back and standing, that the chest is lifted. Good. Bring yourself all the way through, taking 8 to 12. At the end of 8 to 12, if you need to adjust that weight, if you need to grab heavier weight, you can do that. If you're okay where you are, we're doing another round of squats, but we're changing that foot position. So for the second round of squats, this is our middle range squat, mid squat. Take one foot, heel toe out again, right? And then we're going to bring the plate back to our chest, lift our chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, and you've got 8 to 12 reps. If you don't have a plate, I keep saying plate because that's what I'm holding, any weight will do. Any weight will do. And let's say you're limited in your weight range today. You're like, man, this doesn't feel heavy. Remember, you're lifting your body weight. Remember that counts too. Okay? And then you can always challenge yourself. You can get heavier weights. You can find a place that has heavier weights. You can take me to the gym with you and you can work out. Keep me in your ear, right? 8 to 12 reps, dropping and standing. Drop and stand. Good. Awesome. Keep it going. 8 to 12. Then think, hey, do I need to grab a heavier weight? Do I need to grab a lighter weight? Do I need to do more reps or less reps? Last set. Plate position is going to change, or weight position is going to change. You're going to let yourself hold it right here in between. Pick a foot, heel toe out. Now we're in a wide squat. 8 to 12 reps here. Dropping and standing. Here's the challenge. When the weight's down here, sometimes we let it pull us forward. I want you to squeeze the shoulders back. Drop. 8 to 12. Squeeze the shoulders back. Press into those pinky toes. Let the knees open. Good. Now remember, it's not, oh, I don't feel like doing 12. I'll stop at 8. I stop at 8 if I can no longer maintain my form. I'll tell you what, in these squats, we should all be able to get to 12. We should. Pressing those knees open. Awesome. You're getting all the way through 12. You can go faster than me, by the way. Remember, I'm your demo. This is a personal training style workout. This isn't a follow along and do exactly as I do kind of thing. I'm here for form and exercises. You're there for counting today. When you're finished, you can put down that heavy weight, and then I want you to make sure that you've recorded on your tracker whatever you need to record. Grab a sip of water if you need to. Record whatever you need to record. How many reps did you do? What size weight did you use? Make a note if you want to change something next time. Next thing we need to do, we can have a heavy weight again. For me, I'm not using the plate anymore here. I'm dropping down to a dumbbell. I'm grabbing 15 pounds, but I want this to be a heavier weight. Some of us may be using the same weight that we use for squats just based on what we have available. Let me show you where we're going. You have 2 weights in your hands. Your palms are facing in. You're sliding the weights to your knees, squeezing them in, down, and up. Before you start, watch this. I stand, I lift my chest, I roll my shoulders back, and I maintain that length through the dead row. Ready? Whenever you are, 8 to 12, dead row. Now, a common mistake is to get rid of that squeeze, that pencil that we're holding between our shoulder blades. So we see something like this, a roundness, and stand. And it kind of feels like we're doing it, but we're not getting that same engagement. To the knees, squeeze, knees, and stand, constantly holding that engagement between the shoulder blades. And then for a little bonus, as you pull those weights in toward your belly, pull your belly button in toward your spine. Just a little extra benefit. You're doing 8 to 12 reps. Okay, now we might be getting to the point where something that we do stops us. We're like, man, I've done enough of that. I can't go past 8. I start to round my shoulder blades. I can't go past 10. I start to round my shoulder blades. Whatever it is, you decide. We're doing 2 sets of those. So keep the heavy weights close. We're going to drop down to a medium weight. I'm going to 10. Keep another small weight close by as a drop down weight. We are doing a full set. We're not stopping as we go through. And then when you need to drop to a lighter weight, try not to leave any sets out. Even if you go down to no weight, just going through the motions, don't leave any of these, not sets, any of these reps out. Regular curl, regular to hammer biceps curl. Regular curl, palms forward. I'll just show you. Here, hammer curl, palms in. Here. Okay, I'm going to do these with you. Palms forward. We've got 8 reps. Ready? Curl. 8. 7. That's it. Perfect. Chest is lifted. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Turn the palms in. Hammer curl for 8. 8. If you want, you can stagger that stance just to help yourself keep that posture. 5 more. or whatever you're going to say. I said I was going to do all this with you, and now I'm realizing, I wasn't counting. All right, forward, cut it in half. You got 4. Ready? Regular curls for 4. I can definitely count to 4. 3, 2, and 1. Palms face in for 4. Make sure we're standing tall, friends. Try not to swing with it. 3, 2, drop down when you need it. 1, flip it for 2, cut it in half. 1, 2, hammer for 2. That's it. 1 and 1, regular curl, hammer curl, and put these weights down. Quick write down, did you have to drop down? You should have made it all the way through. What did you start with? What did you drop down to? Get to the place where you can make it all the way through. We're going back to those heavy weights and back to dead row. Not a lot of resting here because you know what we're doing. When you're ready, slide to the knees, squeeze, down and up. Knees, squeeze. That's it. So just like before, what are we thinking about? We're thinking about engaging, keeping the squeeze as we lean forward, lead with the chest. Pull in and stand up. Notice too that my chin tucks a little bit. I don't need to look up at the sky as I go through this dead row. Nicely done. Keep it going. 8 to 12 reps. You decide what you get through. And then when you're done with that, you're going to mark in dead row set 2. No change, right? No change. If something was different than last time, mark that in. The place where we're going next is going to be the triceps extension. And just like dead row, you have 2 sets of this. You are going to need 1 heavy weight, just 1. And if you want, you can sit down to the triceps overhead extension. I will demonstrate. If you have something close by though, you might find that it helps to kind of close that chain off just a little bit so we're not too worried about the lower body. All right. Triceps overhead extension. What does this look like? It looks like a heavy weight. Overhead, just 1. So I like to go pretty heavy. And you're going to drop it to the nape of your neck and up. Now, as I said before, you can choose to sit in this exercise, drop, and press. Your choice. All right, friends, grab that heavy weight, bring it up overhead, tuck in the belly just a little bit. Like instead of standing tall here and sticking the ribs out, let's bring it in just a little bit. And we've got 8 to 12 reps. Good. And I want you to start heavy. So maybe you're like, whoo, this is a lot already. Then try to get to 8 and then stop. And we'll go a little bit lighter next time. See how many we can get in. Right? So it's okay to do just 8. If you're getting to 8, you have picked a really good weight. That gives you some room to progress. That gives you room to progress. You don't want to go lighter just to get more. You'd like to get to 8 and 8 be like, I'm done. This is it. No more. When you're done with this, keep it close. We have 2 sets. But you can grab a medium to light weight for the shoulders. I'm going a little bit lighter. I've got only 5 pounds, only because my shoulders are a little tired. It's later in the workout. And here's what we're doing. An up row to what's called a Mac raise. 1 pulls in and 1 lifts up. Looks like this together. Pew. Yeah, I love it. It feels really strong. From the side, Mac raise. So the full exercise for 1 rep is 1 up row, 1 Mac raise. That's 1. Grab your weights and let's see how many we get through. Up row to Mac raise is 1. Now we switch sides on the lift, this time on the Mac raise. That's 2. So one of my hands extends, my left hand extends, it doesn't matter which one, but then it's my right hand that extends. Remember, an up row and a Mac raise is 1. Boom. That's it. You're going to get all the way 8 to 12 reps with the lighter weight. So medium to light. I grab light because it's shoulders. They're tired. We're toward the end. Maybe you decide, you know what? I grabbed light, but I went too light. Next time I want to go a little bit heavier. 8 to 12 reps, then write it down. Write down. Whatever you want to write down. I didn't get specific. You know, some people say you have to write down how many reps, how many sets. Make notes to yourself. It doesn't matter. I want you to be able to progressively overload. After this, we're immediately going back to that heavy weight. 8 to 12 triceps extensions. You've done it before. Dropping and lifting wherever you want to go. And I'd also like you to note, did you sit or stand doing this? Just note so that next time you know, you're like, man, why does this feel harder? Oh yeah, I sat down last time. Why does this feel easier? Oh yeah, I sat down last time. Whatever. Sitting doesn't necessarily make it easier. It might make it harder. Pressing all the way, getting through 8 to 12, and then I want you to write that down again. As soon as you're done writing down all of that, grab a mat. Grab a mat and set it down, or whatever you need to get to the floor. Maybe you're on a carpeted floor, so you want a towel. I don't know. You decide. And guess what? We are super close to the end. These are quick and efficient workouts. You just have to make sure that you're doing the work you're supposed to be doing. If you're not lifting heavy enough, it's going to be, oh man, these are so easy. I want it to feel hard. You're the only person that can make that change. Let me show you where we're going. We have 3 exercises coming up. We have a V bridge, knee drops, and then hand release push-ups. Exercise 1, a V bridge. What does it look like? My feet are in. Bring my heels close together. Lift up on my toes. And then I press up to a bridge and I drop back down. Maybe I just hover down, press up, and hover, or I can lower all the way down. You decide, but that is a V bridge. Next place we go is knee drops. Hands can go out to a low V or maybe a T out to the sides. You decide. Lift up the knees, pull them in to where we can feel that lower back pushing into the mat. And then we're going to drop them to one side just until we feel the shoulder start to lift, and then bring it back to center. Drop to the other side just until that shoulder starts to lift, and then bring it to the center. Good. That's a knee drop. Last of the 3, we flip over, hand release push-ups. From here, we start in a push-up position. It can be knees or toes. I'm demonstrating knees. From here, we lower to the mat. We reach the arms forward, bring them in, and push back up. We're doing these for 1 minute. If you get to the point where your push-up begins to feel like the worm, right? We're peeling ourselves up. Just stop and hold either a full plank or a kneeling plank till the end of the minute. This is what I call the finisher. These last workouts are the finisher. That's why they're highlighted in yellow. The only thing that you need to do is count the number of reps that you do. So bring your pen and paper super close. You're going to get 1 minute of each, no stopping between, and I want you only to count reps. All right, friends? We go in 30 seconds-ish, a little bit more. So let yourself lower down. Make sure your pen and paper are close. If this is like your 3rd or 4th time through this workout, you're probably like, oh, this is great. But hopefully you're getting 12 reps of everything, so you're not getting a ton of rest. All right, here we go. Hands out to the side. Heels in, touching on the toes. 1 minute of V-bridge, ready, go. Press up and down. One thing you want to make sure of is that you're not lifting that chin to the sky. So tuck it slightly, looking down a little bit, and then you decide how much can you do here? How much speed can you get and keep the exercise? Are you lifting your heels? You should be up on your toes with your heels lifted up off the ground. That should be challenging, getting into those little leg muscles. You got 30 seconds. How many more can you do? Get ready to do a quick write of the number, and we're going to flip into the knee drops. Switching that exercise. You've got 10 seconds. Get as many as you can in. Nicely done. Recording that exercise in 3, 2, 1. Quick record the exercise. I'm giving you 10 seconds to record it. Getting up into knee drops. Ready and go. Knee drops side to side. So same thing. Make sure we're not lifting that chin too high up in the sky. Keeping that lower back pressed. Dropping the knees side to side. Not lifting the shoulders off. We're pressing the shoulders in. Really helping get into those obliques. If you want, you can extend one leg. Top or the bottom one at the end of that drop. Dropping, extending if you want. You'll make a note to yourself if you are, so that you know what your numbers are like. If you want, you can extend both legs. Nicely done. That's it. Dropping side to side. Good. Keep it going. You've got 20 seconds. Lowering. Remember, you do not have to go at my pace. I am your trainer. I am here to show you what we're doing. I am not here to do all the reps and all the movements. That is what I want you to accomplish. You're going to write this down in 5 seconds. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Write down how many you did. Flip it over when you're ready. We're going to start in that lifted position. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lower down. Reach. Pull in. Press up. Now you are absolutely welcome to do this from your toes and reach. You've got lots of time at the end of this to write down whatever you need to write down. How many did you do? Were they from your knees or toes? Did you do some from your toes and then switch to your knees? Did you stop and hold plank? Because remember, that is a viable option. You have 20 seconds left. Holding plank if you need to. Can you get up on those toes and plank? Keep the head nice and strong. Press the mat away. Squeeze the bottom. Try not to drop through. Stay strong in plank. We've got 10 seconds. I've got to get the timer here. You got it. You got it. Hold this plank. In 3, 2, and 1. Stop and write down. Perfect. After you write down what we're doing, just shooting something over to the side. Perfect. We are going to rest back in a child's pose. So we can kind of stack the hands if we want. Knees are wide, releasing here, or in that hand stack. Trying not to overwhelm you with microphone noise here. We're going to take this into a lat stretch. So you're going to crawl your right hand to the right. See how my elbow's still off the ground? It's at an angle here. Put my left hand on top of it. Sit back, and I'll feel the stretch down the side of my body. Breathe, breathe. Good. Just a couple of stretches here. At the end of every workout, it's not like we're going to make sure we get every single muscle we've moved. We're getting some big total body stretches. You're also learning stretches and learning warm-up moves so that if you want to throw them into another workout, you absolutely can. So this isn't just about what I'm mandating. It's also about educating you on what you can do for your body. We're switching sides. So left hand goes left, right hand goes on top of it, sitting back. Reaching and stretching on the side of the body. Nicely done. And you made it through. These aren't terribly long workouts. If you can give yourself 30 minutes a day, really only 3 days a week here, you got it. Rolling up, stepping 1 foot forward, hands to the temples. And remember, we're following that 25 rule. So sitting nice and tall. I'll speak more about that in a second. Right foot is forward. Pull the right shoulder blade back. When you get to a stopping point, I want you to squeeze the left glute, the left side of the bottom. Squeeze and let that pull you back more, keeping the knee in line. Good, getting this active twist. The 25 rule allows a lot of the number 25 to guide us. And what it says about activity, remember, is that you need to aim for 25 minutes of activity a day. And that's what these workouts are giving you. They might take 30 total to get everything ready, but they're giving you 25 minutes of activity. Let's switch sides. Left foot steps forward, lifting the chest, and rotate. Squeeze that shoulder back. Beautiful. Breathe, breathe. So remember, we're pulling back with the left shoulder, so squeeze that right glute. Getting that little diagonal of musculature in our back. Twisting. Coming back to center. Use our leg to help stand up. And friends, that is it. Thank you so much for being here. That was workout number 1, where we did full body, traditional style, big muscles to little muscles. I'll see you next time.